and it was like, okay, it's me or him.
Yeah.
And it was such an intense game, and it was the third round. I've got my completely board full,
Hmm.
White Flame, Rune Runner, everything, and it was really like he wins or I win.
Okay,
And it
really.
was really the last turn.
Yeah.
And then a crowd of people, of my friends, ran to me and screamed, "He lost! He lost! He lost!"
Oh,
And I was like, I have to do it now. And it was really the final moment. I went in with everything.
hey everybody, I am here joined by Sean, the best of ye. And why am I starting with best of ye? Who cares about that? You got second place in the Lille Regional Qualifier. How are you doing, man? How's it going?
Uh, I'm still overwhelmed of the experience. Thank you very much. And don't know what to say, really. It was such a big experience this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Every day was so intense.
Mm-hmm.
Over 8 hours of playing,
Yeah,
like hard, nerve-wracking. Don't drink, don't eat anything, and but I'm so happy I managed it.
can't imagine
And
it.
I'm also happy I've got all my friends and family around.
Mm-hmm.
They also looked at the live stream, also
Also,
in England afterwards.
no, I can
I
imagine like
couldn't
coming
imagine
back
that.
to like normal life afterwards is so different. Where when you go
Yeah,
back on Monday to whatever after the really like, oh gosh, I can't believe yesterday I was doing
yeah,
something completely different.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just opened X and saw lots of new followers.
Hmm.
The content I was sharing, like, it blowed up completely. I was like, what is happening? I'm just a small guy that's playing once a week card game, and
Yeah,
now I'm here.
that's so cool. And for those who may not know, why don't you just introduce yourself a bit, give a bit of like your history when it comes to Riftbound or maybe other TCGs if you have any like origins. Why don't you just tell everybody a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I'm 32 years old. Came from Gütersloh, Bielefeld. It's a town in the west of Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and I started trading card games ages ago. I think it was 9, 10, 11
Mm-hmm.
when I started with Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was not really competitive. It just was really the start of it to get into cards, to gather them and play.
Yeah.
And yeah, then there was a big gap, and I think it was the live action series of One Piece that got me back in because I loved One Piece the
Mm-hmm.
whole time. And so I started to play regularly every week One Piece and also some bigger events. Started to get competitive with regionals like in Utrecht, Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
There was some big in Bielefeld, that's my hometown.
Yeah.
And afterwards, a friend of mine told me there is a lovely new game around. I should try to test it. And yeah, that's Riftbound. And here we
And here
now
you are.
after here after very good weeks of Riftbound, and I try to get a bit competitive
Mm-hmm.
and play more skirmish and more weekly and also online.
Yeah.
And afterwards, the first regional, I think, was Bologna.
Mm-hmm.
There I also went, but the problem was I haven't got a main ticket, so I
Okay.
just went to the side event. But it was quite successfully because we got metal cards for
Nice.
it, and now on the second try,
Mm-hmm.
I got a bit further, and
Yeah, you
it's
did. You most certainly did. I mean,
just a bit, a
as,
bit.
as at the start, you got to the second phase. You
Yeah,
got to the grand final too,
yeah,
playing against Squirtle, that Pedro on the Azir, who went undefeated. So shout out them.
yeah.
That must have been an absolute famous
Really.
match. I'd love to hear about your take on there. But what were your like expectations going to Lille? You know, what kind of preparation did you do when you wanted to go there? Because you said you didn't get a competitive ticket for Bologna, but you did for
Yeah.
Lille. So what were you like? Okay, what am I going to do differently? How am I going into this event? What were you like? Yeah, preparations going into it.
The first preparation started really from day one because I tried to focus on just one legend,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Yi. And from the first day, I tried to go big with him and tried also to get ready with my own deck list.
Yeah.
It's always good to copy something that works well, but it has to fit to my own play style. So I can have the best deck list, of course, but when it don't fit to my play style, it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
And So I trained weeks for weeks with my friends around in Lager in Bielefeld. Big shout out to them
Hmm.
because they helped me a lot.
I
Really,
can imagine,
it
yeah.
was also my boyfriend is playing
Mhm.
Riftbound also, so I can train at home.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. So we play hours of hours in the evening to get every
Fantastic, yeah.
matchup ready. And after weeks of playing and get also the tickets, it worked successfully.
For
So
sure, yeah. I mean, you got to the second place. You got the best of Master Yi as well, which those cards are the big chase things that most players go for when they sign up
yeah,
this tournament. I really like that idea to give these players other incentives rather than to just get the first place. You know, you can play for something
yeah.
else. But you said you chose Yi. As someone that also plays Yi a bit and leans towards the Aurora like deck, Boris, why did you decide for mid range? Did you find it to be better, or does it just mean that matches your playstyle more?
It matches most of my playstyle
Okay.
because I loved it. This kind of combat tricks.
Mm.
You are always able to find an answer. Is it a defy? Is it a discipline? An on guard to get around and keep my minions as long as I want on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like the playstyle, save the king, save the queen, or save my camel
Yeah.
is really that got me completely attached to
Mm-hmm.
it.
Okay, cool.
So.
Yeah. And coming into
And
Lille, just to follow up on that, like you chose the Masi. What kind of what were you expecting to play against, right? Because the meta is controlled by these other Protect the Queen decks. You got the Irelia, of course, and then you've got the classic Draven. So did you also like with this deck that you were putting together plan like certain kinds of things to match those matchups?
yes, I think my biggest problem isn't Irelia or
Mm-hmm.
Draven. It's just one big step to get in the battlefield, of
Mm-hmm.
course. And even when I'm first, that's completely all right, and I can handle the Irelia and Draven. But my biggest problem, I think, was the yellow matches. And maybe you saw it in finals, but it's like the Colder Week, the Hidden Blade, the Imperial Decrees.
Mm-hmm.
They try to destroy my only units in the battlefield,
Mm-hmm.
and that's so easily. So I have to build something against it, and that was my biggest call was Desert Call
Yeah.
to put it in. Got more units around, and so I can save my kings and queens.
Very cool. And about your deck list, when I'm looking at the other Yi who got top eight, they were very keen on playing Irelia in their deck list. Earlier Fervent, I believe. Is there any reason you didn't choose to have that specific unit in your deck? Because I think you prioritized the Ruin Riders a bit more to be able to
Yeah,
not be targeted. Is that like the main reason, or is there something else you were kind of thinking of when it came to prioritizing these like mid range units?
I had different things on my mind when I don't try to get it really on. I played it once or twice
Mm-hmm.
to test it a bit, but the problem is it's costing five. And when I'm on turn first player,
Mm-hmm.
I early can get her on the third turn,
Mm-hmm.
and on that turn I would like to prefer the Rune Runner
Okay.
because she can protect herself, and that's
Hmm.
much better, I think. The relay still can be shot down of a falling star, and so it gave me a more safetyness. And also, when I'm second player, there's the problem. I can play her on turn two,
Mm-hmm.
but prefer the scout with the deflect because I got one rune open to play on guard,
Mm-hmm.
defy to save my other units on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I never really because I've tried your deck out yesterday just to kind of get an idea of like what you're doing. But yeah, I never really thought about that because when you play the Ruin Rider, like you said, it protects itself. The only risk it has is against these infamous yellow decks like the Call of the Week
Yeah.
because that doesn't target the well, you targets the user. So that's a very fair point. So would you say that was like your biggest kind of struggle going into the weekend was just all these
Yeah.
order decks? So that yellow, I mean, yellow, blue. That's those are
Yeah.
colors I never touch myself.
The yellow, that's the same for me.
Yeah.
Either yellow, blue, never touch it really. Tried it once, of course, to know the
Mm-hmm.
matches and know what I want to hold on my own. But I never went into this game style kind of thing. Not enough combat tricks for me,
Mm-hmm.
so I stayed with Yi. And from the first point, everyone also in the locals taught me around I should go for the best of Yi, and
Yeah.
that was my hope. And then was the big problem first day.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking in the stream and there were around 95 Yi
Yep.
players and I was, oh, I'm I'm fucked up with it,
Yeah.
really. And I thought, no, they can't do that to me. Um, my hope was around 20, maybe
Mm-hmm.
25 or 30, but not that many. And I was really impressed because there was like a page where you can see which standing you got for the other Yis and other Kaisers, like it was. At the
Mm-hmm.
time, you can see it perfectly, and I was going up the ladder,
Mm-hmm.
turn for turn and round for round, and I was so happy.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was impressive.
exactly. I think that was one thing. It was like when it comes to just your thoughts and stuff going to the event. You said that was your goal. Was there ever a moment when you were just like you felt like you were just on a roll and you were like, it felt like more of a goal. It went from a goal to like a reality. You were like, this could actually
Yeah.
happen now. Was there ever like this kind of like switch where you're like, this is gonna
That
happen?
was a big switch.
Yep.
I played against in the top eight against Jonathan,
Yeah.
your company from Munich,
Mm-hmm.
and at that point we got two Master Yis in the top eight,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, okay, it's me or him,
Yeah.
and it was such an intense game, and it was the third round. I've got my completely board full,
Mm-hmm.
White Flame, Rune Runner, everything, and it was really like he wins or I win.
Okay.
And it
Really.
was really the last turn.
Yeah.
And then a crowd of people, of my friends, ran to me and screamed, "He lost! He lost! He lost!"
Oh.
And I was like, "Ah, I have to do it now!" And it was really the final moment. I went in with everything. I think it was 21 might, and
Okay.
it crushed his Irelia down. And I was really, really sorry for him because he's such a nice player,
Yeah.
really, really kind. But that was the moment I was
Mm-hmm.
happy overall. I was,
Yeah.
I won it. I
That's so
won it.
cool. I mean, yeah, shout out Jonathan Naturel. They also got the best of Irelia in that moment
Yeah.
too. They didn't qualify the top four, but they still finished, I think, fifth. So with
Yeah,
that, they
fifth,
managed to
that
get
was
that.
really impressive. That was
Exactly.
really
It's
good.
insane. I can't wait to catch up with that guy next time I see him at my locals. And I thought I'd give you a fun fact about Jonathan. This guy is very, like you said, very nice guy. I've played against him many times, cool. But did you know that he is also a previous Germany's Next Top Model contestant?
Really?
Yeah,
Well, yeah. When I saw him, I was like, okay,
yeah,
he got model vibes like completely,
exactly.
really
This guy,
clean,
that
perfect.
is like the fun fact that floats around our locals every once in a while. I
Oh,
think that got
that's
put into the
yeah, yeah.
WhatsApp Munich chat once, and I was like,
I
what?
play, I played against the model.
Yeah,
Okay, boom,
exactly.
cool.
That's very cool. And then
Yeah,
when you went to the top four round, by that point you had secured the best of you. You had completed your goal, right?
yeah.
Was your next goal? Were you like, okay, I can win this? Like, because did you go
No,
in
no, no.
thinking you were gonna win? Did you think you were gonna get like you said your goal was getting best of Yi?
Yeah,
Then you're top
and
four all of a sudden. What happens then?
then was like, okay, I was completely shut down at that moment. Also, the judges told us when we go to toilet, we have to go with them because they don't want to have delay on stream or
Hmm.
something. That was also kind of weird stuff.
Probably
But
not to like cheat or anything too, right? I'm
no,
guessing
yeah,
like to make
yeah,
sure you're
yeah.
not. Yeah, yeah.
But still, it was such a good organization all around.
Hmm.
Third shots, nice judges, so props to them. But this moment was unreal. I was on
Hmm.
stream. I wanted, of course, for them to have a good match. So they got good semifinals. But I was like, okay, I win it or win it not. I do my best, and I had a great time till this, and
Hmm.
couldn't imagine it went even further.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to the finals. It's probably at that point were you like, did you said you don't like yellow, and now you're suddenly against yellow and green, and
Yeah,
green is slowly to being that new rise. I'm seeing people saying it right now, at least in the current Spirit Forge era, it's the new chaos with all these counters
yeah,
and stuff. It's very good combined with the strength of yellow that has these kill spells. I
that
mean,
was
you can tell me a
really,
bit
really
about the
hard.
finals. Yeah, exactly. Tell me a bit more about that.
I, the good thing I played often against Azir because we got two Azir players
Okay.
around in our locals, and both of them are really, really good.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so I trained a lot. But the problem was that Pedro played a completely other list.
Yeah.
He cooked so hard with it, like all the draw in it, and it was just his weapons, and also like God, the
Yeah.
hidden card. I was like, oh, he pulled it over. I saw it on the first match
Mm.
when before we got 3 minutes, we get the list of the other,
Okay.
and I was reading his list, and I was like, what is God? I couldn't remember it now. And then he tried to hide a card, and it was, yeah, okay, that's Hidden Blade, of course.
Mm.
I didn't imagine it was that card, and was okay. Now I'm getting here shamed on when reading the card guards, but he played such a good match, really.
Mm.
But at the start, I was like, oh, okay, I'm wrecked. I haven't got a two drop.
Okay.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And after it, also, I hadn't really good plays to do. The first match was alright because I got the Zonias out and
Mm-hmm.
also the Yi that tried to get some points back. But I haven't thought he got double hidden blade
Yeah.
against me and then a double death grip. I was, that's too much might for me. He destroyed me on stream.
Yeah, I mean, the cards were there, like you said, and the use of guards is something that I never really thought of too. Because it's one thing to just play a sand soldier in combat, but it's also with the weapon master being able to equip something to it and buffing it up. It's essentially like a +5 spell in combat.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
brutalizer for
yeah,
nothing, for
yeah.
nothing. And he punched first me for even did anything out. Why never anyone else played it? It was
Yep.
best cook of the regional. So props to him that he done it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy for him.
But you may have not fell short of the final, but that's still an amazing feature. You said before, it's like
Yeah,
I think I did the time starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday and then going till 10 p.m. the next day. It's like 36 hours with obviously sleep between, but
yeah.
a lot of Riftbound. So congratulations again to you for getting the second
Thank you.
place and the
The
best of
time
Yi.
was running. The time was running. I was at one time because I got an Apple Watch around.
Mm-hmm.
I just put it to the side because all the messages of my locals popped up,
Yeah,
and just my arm was ringing the whole time. And okay, that's confusing. I just put it to the side. I
yeah.
can't do this right now. It's like too much. And I read it in a later when I get in the car
Mm-hmm.
when I lose whatever. And yeah, and then when the first time I watched again on the clock, it was 22.
Yeah.
It's 10 p.m. And oh, what happened?
Just
Uh,
completely zoned into it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And also, I don't know if people saw that at the last match, really the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I, uh, I really had not that good hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Completely fine. I tried to do my best,
Yeah.
but at one time I was like, okay, I've lost. So, do I just cheer him here right now up, or just do the last place? I wanted to give the people also a good place,
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and I was like, okay, I don't know. Then I was just laughing a bit into the camera. I was, no, that's not it. Cheers, you done it.
Fair enough, but I like that
Yeah,
because it's like give the show just play it out. Like even if you know it's not
yeah,
going to go that way,
yeah,
it's also nice for your opponent, right? To just kind of like get that satisfying earned win in a sense when the game finishes through, and you've now got that best of metal card. And what you obviously you don't have to share if you don't want to, but like, do you have any plans of what you want to do? Do you actually have it with you? Is that something you can
yeah,
show?
sure.
Go on, show it off. Let's
Yeah,
have a
of course.
look.
Let's go. There's the boy.
There it is. Very
Yeah,
cool. With the
yeah,
no,
a
yeah,
bit smiling. Yeah.
fantastic.
Uh, the plan was also to get Best of Yi
Hmm.
to pay for our wedding
Okay,
next year, and
congratulations.
thank you very
Yeah.
much. And so we don't have to get our own money. We can put this lovely guy into our wedding and have a lovely Riftbound wedding with
There you
some
go.
packs throwing around and have some fun.
That's so awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I love hearing that because like you mentioned before, playing like it's just so nice seeing that Riftbound is just like this kind of community thing, right? It's just bringing lots of
Yeah.
people together, where it's playing your locals, playing with your partners and your friends and such, and just like enabling these different connections and stuff. Because like for me by myself, I don't think if I didn't get in Riftbound, I wouldn't be here talking to you, getting this opportunity to chat with
Yeah.
you as well for this thing. So I'm very very in love with this game. It's so much fun and it's just brought a lot of joy.
Completely.
Yeah.
And at one point, my boyfriend and my brother sent it a link into our family group,
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube, and they didn't understand one word, but
Yeah.
they were just happy and cheering it up like he's on television, like on television.
Well, I mean, the internet nowadays
It
is
was
basically
it was
television, right?
such
Yeah.
cute, really. It was such cute, and I love the support from everyone. This lovely message I got around, and I'm really, really happy I done it so far and got this love of everyone.
Very cool. All right, now to bring it back to your deck list, because that has now been published, and I'm sure many people like myself went out to try it. What would you say, to give some like insight into where you built it? If you're, like, maybe you don't want to leak all your strats and stuff, but what would you say are like
I do
common
everything.
common mistakes that people might make when playing it, or like what are some decisions that you like were always keeping in mind to make that you would say were things that won you games?
One of the biggest misplays, I think, is getting the wrong things in and out.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you saw my matches, there are lots of 2-1s around because it's not uncommon to lose one.
Yeah.
Then I try to go further out and try to put my best cards in, and that was even often the time I lost the first match but get the second two
Mm-hmm.
because I tried to put the best stuff out of my side deck in,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked pretty well. Like, for example, I got a strategy for my forge to just get the brutalizer in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the be- best part I think of it is, at the first game I play the cave so nobody gets out, the mausoleum.
That's your game one
Um,
battlefield then? Okay, interesting.
that's
Yeah.
most of the time
Mm-hmm.
my game one. It depends a bit on which opponent I play
Mm-hmm.
against. But to the second game, I often put all my gear out, just the Zonias in.
Mm-hmm.
So I bait
Mm.
again a little bit my opponent to play a lot of gear removal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so they got bricks in their hand they can't play, like here Thermal Beam or Salvage.
Mm-hmm.
And for the third game again, I go for the Forge in, and there
Right.
I play then all gear back again and try to impress them a bit with my Trinity Force.
All right, I like that. It's similar to like how I know in Origins people would like play their Aurora game one and then swap out to their lower cost game
Yeah,
two, and then force their opponent to kind of bluff like, am I going to bring it back game three or not, and that kind of thing. Okay, no, that's a cool pattern there. So do you think that was like one of the like major things that made your deck like win these like best of threes, being able to climb back some wins, or were there any like other things that you would say like while you were playing, how you would like would you ever like save, let's say, a defy for a very certain kind of interaction, or how would you play to close games versus like holding or conquering? Did you have like a preference on that, or did it all come down to the game state itself?
I prefer holding
Mm-hmm.
over conquering. That's I try to keep much of the combat tricks as long as I want to.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest parts is to play one turn ahead.
Mm.
So just don't stay in your own turn and don't not in the turn of your opponent. Play to your next turn and the one after it. So when you get your Zonias out and you got your Poro, for example, yeah, okay, then you get your Poro for life. So you have to play around, maybe hide it. And also for Yi, that's like you do one play, nearly two plays a turn, but you got more than enough plays to do it in your opponents. And so don't try to put too much pressure out in the early
Mm-hmm.
and keep your defies that are one of the most important stuff
Yeah.
for the late game. Like when the Yi needs to perform the Yi unit,
Mm-hmm.
you got your defy ready, you got your not so fast ready, and that's one of the big things of yeah.
No, definitely very cool. And what do you think, after this event, after the big weekend, we saw a big shuffle around of, especially with the top four, seeing lots
Yeah.
of new legends there that we didn't, a completely split top four with also the Draven, Annie, Azir, and Yi. What are your expectations now coming with what is the current meta of Riftbound, especially with Atlanta coming up? Do you think a lot of people watching what happened in Lille will like shake up what they'll bring with to Atlanta? Do you think we'll still see a similar kind of split with prioritizing, Irelia and the Draven, or how do you kind of where do you read the meta at right now? I guess.
I think it will go quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
I think Riftbound do it perfectly that they give out this best of cards. So
Mm-hmm.
they got a very healthy meter because they got different kind of legends. And also these people try to perfect play this different kind of legend. And sometimes they cook a special list
Mm-hmm.
that people don't train against it.
Yeah.
So I love the plan that something like Azir went to the top. Also, any shout out also to him
Mm-hmm.
that they managed it. Even they went onto the under the radar for a
Mm-hmm.
long time, and that. I think is also going to be in Atlanta. There's at least one legend we don't see right now is going to the top, and maybe it's something like, hmm, no, Renata would be cool.
Renata would
I
be cool.
don't think so. Well, it
What
would be
about
cool.
Garrett? What about Garrett?
Yeah,
Garrett in the top one
let's
day
go
would
for
be good.
Garrett. Yeah.
No, but like I said, I completely agree. I think the best of system is very unique, and it just, like you said, gives incentives, gives these kind of special other rewards, like the one you have right there, and it's life changing too. Like you said, with your wedding coming up, you can use this to just set up for that. Like that's in certain situations just
Hi.
absolutely, yeah, exactly that. It's like one of my friends from who was there, he got just a metal Lee Sin card. That was cool enough, but then seeing these
Yeah,
best of cards, it's just such another level. So amazing,
completely.
amazing to hear that. Yeah.
I'm also happy one other guy of our locals got the Lee Sin best off, and
Okay.
there were lots of metal cards in our community. So prepare for
Well, watch out for
Lager and
Bielefeld then. That sounds
Bielefeld.
like a
Yeah,
stacked
watch
area.
out for Bielefeld and Lager. They got a lot of good players around.
Very cool. And what, to slowly close off, what are your plans for the future? Are you gonna go to any other future tournaments? Is one best of Yi not enough for you? Are you out here thinking I can get another best of in a different legend? Because correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that these are the last Origins ones they're doing, right?
Yes.
In the next, for Utrecht is the next European one, there won't be Origins best of, so can't go for Yi. Would you still plan to play that, or would you like to go for something different?
My plan would be that he learns his brother the XP before I sell it. So the next plan will be XP, I think,
Mhm.
to hopefully master it and get a metal leader from it.
Very cool. And it's like,
I also tried something we got on Wednesday with a friend group, like we're playing on Rift Atlas and
mhm,
TCG Arena always, and that was before our call. I played XPE, and I'm quite happy right now with him.
mhm.
I think he can do some big stuff that people don't imagine right now.
So with
Yeah,
with XBE Unleashed is coming up. Is that one thing you're expecting to be like one of the better decks, or is there any other kind of like new legend from Unleashed that you're maybe a bit worried about or thinking is gonna be the new Draven?
just from testing, LeBlanc and Vex will be S or A tier, I think. At least this Vex unit, the purple one that stuns everything that get in, is destroying, I think, the meta because like all the ambush stuff, accelerate, also ready stuff won't work, and that's the big counter to lots of decks.
Yeah.
Even at the late game, you can't get anything in. You have to destroy it first, and that's the problem. You also got deflect.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a new Ezreal, new Kaiser stuff, I think, for the first days. Even if it's not so funny to play it.
Yeah. That was one thing. I really wanted to play Rengar. I liked the idea, and then I saw
Yeah.
this new Vex, and I'm like, "What do you mean every unit I play now
What
is
are you
stunned?
doing?
Like, what do you mean this one card defeats my entire purpose? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy talk." But I
Yeah.
mean, at least they could only run 3 of it. So yeah.
At least one. No, there are also I think there are people also cooking right now, and I think orange will be maybe the new purple
Mm-hmm.
or green because of Elder Dragon, for
Mm,
example. He will be big part of the meta, I think.
yeah. Oh,
I don't know in which way, in which deck right now, but he will be there.
yeah.
He is a beast to beat.
I mean, I've played some games online myself, testing out different decks,
Yeah.
and when I try out Aurora just for fun, you summon an Elder Dragon. It's fun for me. It's not fun for
You,
them. Yeah,
you die,
everything's
you die,
gone.
you die.
Yeah.
uh,
We'll see. We'll see how
too
much that
much.
card goes for. Um, awesome.
I'm
Well,
happy
yeah.
to open. No, it's just a bit more than 1 week to
Mm-hmm.
get to the pre-release. So I'm really, really, really happy
You're
to
playing
get my
somewhere in your
boxes.
locals, I'm guessing, for your pre-release.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got now here around 4 locals,
Mm-hmm.
and they're planning lots of events. So I'm happy to open some boxes.
Yeah, same. I've got my pre-orders. I'll be in the UK for the time of the release, so I got them all being sent over there.
Perfect.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping for some good pulls there.
that's awesome. Get some signed maybe.
Hmm.
Do you pull already assigned?
I did. I've pulled one signature so far. I've got it.
Ah,
Where is it? I've got it right here. I haven't managed to sell it yet. It's sadly not too exciting. It was the Bard. I've got the best of the
hey,
Bard,
still
but it's a
good.
beautiful
Signed
card.
aside, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful card. That was the one
It
signature I pulled. Yep.
perfectly, perfectly. Yeah. I've also pulled a signed with a friend together, and we got like a deal when we pulled one. We share it and sell it, and it was the Ari. So
Ooh.
we were like, okay, best pull ever, and
Yep.
so happy.
Awesome. Well, Sean, I think we'll leave it there. But before, are there any, just to close off, where can people follow you, find you, any other like final shout outs you want to do before we finish off here?
Yeah, sure. You can follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Schornstein, so my name with Stain
Mm-hmm.
at the end.
If you want, you can point up. I've got it above you right there. So
Perfect. Yay! That's
awesome.
good.
Any shout outs for your locals, your stores, or
Yeah, team 404,
Mhm.
Bielefeld, Lager, Card Trader 24, and also all the people around. I played a lot, like Vitya, Lucas, Sven, Chris. Perfect, lovely people around, and hopefully they get also next time the top 64, top 8, or even a win.
anyone? And just to remind, you'll be in Utrecht, right? I believe
Yeah,
you got a
hopefully that was
competitor
the
ticket as
plan.
well.
No, sadly not.
Okay. Well, I don't have
Got a
one either, but I'll
trophy.
be there. So look forward to meeting you in
Yeah, that's
Utrecht,
it.
man.
That's it. The late hope. So I try to get it for Barcelona, and
Mm,
that's a big plan.
Barcelona, awesome. Well, Sean, thanks so much again for this chat.
Thank you.
Have a good day, and I'll look forward to
You
seeing what
too.
else you can bring with us with set two release. Set two
Yeah.
release, yeah.
See you next time. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.